How many of you see the value or the significance of becoming a 4 or 5-star executive inside of longevity? You see your hand. Do you see the value, relevance, significance of that? Okay. Now, real quickly, tell me, shout it out. What does that mean to you? Why is it significant that you become a 4 or 5-star executive in longevity?
It means that I've helped 6, 7, 8 other people become 1-star.
Right.
And keep going the right path in their lives.
Okay. So for those of you who are on camera, it means because you've helped 6, 7, 8, 9 people become 1-star executives, and they're well on their way to success as well. Okay. Who else?
I was going to say, to gain credibility, I think, as sharing such an important message up there, you obviously have results and people who have contributed to the knowledge you have.
Yep. To gain credibility, documentation, absolutely. Okay. Very good. Yes.
It's a vehicle for me to share my message. I mean, it's
yes. Yes.
You know, Wallach in the beginning, I think, gave people the answer, and it didn't spread.
Right.
It didn't spread because you tell 1 or 2 people and it just stopped there. And I got farmers who want to just tell them, hey, I just put minerals on it, that's all you need to do. But it doesn't get you to go and travel and meet and expand that because of the business structure. I love that piece of it.
Yep, very, very good. Yep, so it's a platform, for those of you that are on camera, it's a platform to be able to spread your personal message. Yep, so you have respect, you have confidence in people, they're going to listen to what you say once you have that platform because you're documented. You've proven yourself in a number of areas. It makes people pay attention.
This is from Glenn. It's going around. Take a picture of it. You'll need a couple more.
Yeah, I'm printing a couple more, but if you want to grab
Let me
them.
just show it on camera really fast so that people want to get a hold of this, they can. So this will be it's all right over here. Throws it on the camera. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right. All right, anybody else have some feedback for the relevance of becoming a 4 or 5-star executive in longevity? Yes.
It's the same thing as you said, that you've made a difference in a lot of lives through those 4 people.
Okay.
And as well as those that you would know personally or become customers.
Okay, and right here.
I was going to say almost exactly the same thing. The more you grow, the more people you get to help.
That's a good point. Absolutely. The more people, the more you grow, the more people you have to help. And the back will come forward this way.
I mean, my husband and I are home and with our kids.
Thank you.
Right.
I was waiting for somebody to say something like that. And so it means that, so a good friend of ours, Brittany here, said, because that means me and my husband are home with our kids. What does that mean to you, Brittany? To expand on that. Why is that important?
I'm too pregnant to talk.
She's too pregnant to talk about it, she says. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that means that I get to be there to make sure that my kids are raised right, and I'm not too busy to miss the moments that could affect who they become.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I can sense that means something to you.
Yeah, it's a new epiphany that came from a book I read. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is that a book worth mentioning out loud by chance?
Yeah, it's the.
Not to put you on the spot. If you don't know the title, it's okay.
I'm good. I just Awaken the Giant Within.
Awaken the Giant Within. Anthony Robbins.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Good book.
Getting into the core of what your fears are and making your goals bigger than your fears.
Goals bigger than your fears. We mentioned that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really,
Perfect.
so.
Absolutely. Okay. There was another hand somewhere over in here. Get right back here first. Yep.
I think it was Elise that said it, if we get that far, right, that means we've personally grown that much, right?
Yep.
We're that much healthier.
Yeah.
And so in terms of really reaching out to people, there's going to be some people that are motivated to grow there too. And you got to get there first before you can take anybody else there. And so when you think about the personal growth and all the rest of it, the business growth and the time growth, it's just important to be the first one out there to do it.
Okay, now let me expand a little bit on what you're saying, because I'll make sure people are clear on this. You don't have to go get the end result before you can help people.
Right.
But what you have to get first is you have to get this first.
Absolutely.
Before somebody else. All you have to do is succeed in your head first, and then you can manifest that in the physical realm.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to go have the physical realm, you know, where you want it to be first, and then suddenly you go out there and help, because that's like putting the, you know, the cart before the horse. Okay, good, right here.
Well, along the lines of helping other people get what they want, I think about my family and being able to help them achieve, our 3 boys being able to achieve what they want to achieve.
Yeah, that's really good. Powerful. Okay, and I'll come back up here in a second. Yes, back here.
Can I just throw one more for family?
One more, yep.
I think personally I've experienced a life of having someone else raise your kids. And so at that level, kind of like John had said, there's 8 or 9 or 10 of you now who all have the opportunity to put your own morals into your families instead of like calling somebody and asking how your kid's day was. And so for me, that's another huge part, I think, for the family, because it's like, how many times have you had to ask someone else about your kid's day instead of knowing it yourself? So
You're done with having other people raise your kids.
dude.
You're over it.
I'm one of those people.
Yes, yep, and someone here says I'm one of those people. Okay, and one more in the front here.
Yeah, people said it, but I guess I can take a different, let's say personal freedom. Because family freedom is, and all that has been mentioned to us, that's huge. But like, I think one of the intrinsic motivating factors as humans is personal freedom.
Yep.
And so, there you go.
That's really good. Thank you, Joel. That's huge. Personal freedom. I like it. Okay, here comes the question, and it's a tricky one. So listen carefully, think about your answer, and then give me one. Why are you not already a 4 or a 5-star executive? Don't answer so fast because you think you just have the answer. It's a tricky question. What's the answer? And by the way, nobody's going to get judged on whether you gave the perfect. I just want answers. Go ahead.
The decisions I've made thus far.
The decisions you made thus far. Great answer. Right over here.
I'm on the growth path, man. I'm getting there.
You're on the growth path and you're getting there.
I'm here in that direction.
Okay, who else wants to take a stab at this? In the back.
Lazy commitment.
Lazy
Rebel.
commitment.
Yeah.
Great. Right here.
Thinking too small and not believing in myself.
Thinking too small and not believing in myself. Great. Who else wants to take a stab at this answer? Go ahead.
Multiplying my exposure in a weekly basis.
Great. Needing more exposure?
Yeah, I need more exposure.
Yeah. So, okay, so once again, the question is, why are you not already a 4 or 5-star executive? And the reason I say 4 or 5-star, because really, that's the window where most people are going to find freedom. Okay, you're going to start to feel like, I really do own my time because my income is way greater than my expenses, is typically what we measure that against. Doesn't mean that you've satisfied every area of your life. But I'll tell you what, 4 or 5-star executive with that level of residual income that's associated with those titles, you have lots of options and choices that the rest of the world at this point does not have. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so same question applies. What's another stab that somebody wants to take for that answer? I saw a couple more hands that didn't get. Okay, right here.
Letting fear rule your actions.
Letting fear rule your actions. Great answer.
I think putting my agenda before other people's.
Okay.
Just because, like, I think we forget almost every single day. Someone kind of, I forget who had said it, but said, "Let's day by day." I think it was Tom. Let's day by day. And so, like, how many times do we think, "Oh, this week these are my goals," but today somebody really needs to hear this from me. And so I think the second I've taken that agenda and let it be theirs and said, "No, they need it," kind of like that. You know, like I had my hat down, but I'm gonna raise it because the person in front of me really needs that right now.
Okay.
So yeah, just using my personal agenda. Push off timing. Yeah.
Okay, good answer. One more, right here.
I don't have a big enough dream.
Don't have a big enough dream.
It hasn't pushed me.
Okay.
The dream that I had before is achieved, and I need a new dream.
Okay, really good. All right. So
sometimes it's listening to other people too much who aren't there themselves and listening to their fears and their obstacles and telling you you can't do it. And all of a sudden you're like, I thought I could do this. And all of a sudden I'm listening to other people that aren't there and telling me that it's not possible.
Okay, that's really good. Listening to other people tell you that it's not possible. So their opinions or other people's opinions are impacting your belief system, right? Did I paraphrase that okay? Absolutely. Okay. I want to thank all of you for the responses. Those are great responses. And there's not one single one of you that gave an inappropriate or a wrong response, but I want to invite you to the trump card. You ready? Yeah. Here's the reason that you are not yet a 4 or 5-star executive. They're all good, but here's the real reason. The reason you're not a 4 or 5 star executive yet is because you don't have to be. End of story. If you had to be a 4 or 5 star executive, you would already be a 4 or 5 star executive, but you don't have to. You've found another coping mechanism. You have found another way to survive. You have figured out how to live and get comfortable in your difficult circumstance. Because up until now, that's what you've had to do. You didn't have another choice. There was no other option. You had to make what you have work. And so you lived under the statement, it is what it is. And so the is for you, I hate to use this example, but for those of you that are old enough to remember Bill Clinton, what was he famous for? He said, his famous quote was, "It depends on what the definition of is." You remember that?
Yep.
I'm just being blunt, but they said, did you have sexual relationships with that woman? And it got into that speech about it depends on what the definition of is. Come on. Please, for all that we care about. So let's get real now. And now that you have another method, you no longer have to cope the way you had to cope. You've always had to cope because you measured your ability based on the size of your paycheck. You said, this is my salary, these are my expenses, this is the way it is. But you don't have that excuse anymore. You no longer have that excuse because you can get paid what you're worth. Oh man, is that a big deal. You can get paid what you're worth. So if you're worth nothing, you'll get paid nothing in longevity. You won't get paid a dime because you'll always fall back on, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. So the moment something gets tough and you're like, and you want to, create a story, you'll tell whatever story you have to tell to justify staying where you are. You'll just say, here's my deck of cards. This is the way it is. No. Trade them in. You ever play those games where you can lose a turn and you can turn in your cards and get some new ones? Do that in longevity. Turn in your cards if you don't like the ones you have and pick a new deck. And don't tell us that you've just been dealt a deck of cards. Okay, great. You ended up with a bad hand. Guess what? You are all going to have a bad hand of cards to have to play in this life. Somebody, Joel said it earlier, so let's go there. Someone's going to die. Someone's going to get divorced. Someone's going to lose a job. Somebody's going to lose a kid. Somebody's going to lose a house. It's going to burn down. Someone's going to have a house foreclosure. Someone's going to lose their friends. Something is going to happen to you. It's not if something's going to happen to you. It's what is this program to tell yourself to do when that happens. Somebody gets lost in the mountains. That's scary. It's really bad. I went through training to do search and rescue for that, and my job was up in the sky, not really on the ground. But there was two schools of thought. Some people would just say, I don't know what to do, and they just sit down and they would do nothing. And out of fear, they just huddle up and I don't know whether to go down the mountain, up the mountain. I don't know whether to get into a clearing or stay in the trees. I don't know whether to start a fire or just, get wet or stay dry. I don't know what to do. So you now know what to do. You really do. So we have to stop thinking that there's just one more thing I have to know. There's one more speech I have to hear. There's one more lecture I've got to get under my belt. There's one more training I have to go to. You don't need another training. You don't need another lecture. You don't need another this. You don't need another that. You have so much stuff going on in your head. It's time for application. Did you get that?
Yes.
So the reason you're not already a 4 or a 5-star executive, the reason you haven't sponsored anybody yet, the reason you haven't made sales associate, the reason why you're not a 1-star, a 2-star, a 3-star, a 4-star, a 5-star, the reason you're stuck isn't because you don't know what to do. You've just decided that you don't have to do anything. You're just comfortable enough and you're just good enough at being uncomfortable that it's okay to be there. How crazy is that thought? You're so good at living a scary life that living a scary life has gotten comfortable. And comfortable is the enemy. Average is the enemy. There's a great book. I'll just tell you what it is. An Enemy Called Average. If you've never read that book, phenomenal book. An Enemy Called Average. Average is the enemy. You read it, Trish?
Yes,
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
that was an excellent
Great,
punch.
great. So what's the reason you haven't ranked advanced yet?
I don't have to.
You don't have to. So decide you have to. You have to figure out what you want so badly in your life that now you have no other alternative except to do this. Does that make sense, Earl? You've got to want something more than mediocrity. The moment you decide that where you are is no longer acceptable is the moment you'll say, I have to do this. And that's the trump card that will eliminate every excuse in your life. You'll say, I have to talk to somebody. I have to do what Nikki said. I got to say hello to somebody. I got to say hi to somebody. I got to ask them a question. I got to engage in a conversation. I got to sit down and go to coffee with someone. Do it. Joel did a bang-up presentation over my shoulder here. This thing called exposure, it's about exposures. You're going, what? 469 people? I don't know 69 people, let alone 400. You don't have to, because we have a tool now called ygYbuilder.com. Write it down, ygYbuilder.com. Go to that website, type it in, ygYbuilder.com. If you don't think you have the capability and enough exposures, this takes away those excuses. You've just got to get the message in front of people. Believe it or not, there are millions, not hundreds, there are millions of people right this second. Millions. And would you agree that millions is a lot of people?
Yes.
There are millions of people, literally. I'm not exaggerating. I'm understating that there are millions of people somewhere in this world right now that want to figure out, not if they want to be in network marketing, they want to figure out what the right company in network marketing is for them. They're looking for network marketing. It's like the lady that sat next to me. I've been looking for a good, she didn't say a network marketing. I've been looking for a good network marketing company. And she was basically stating to me, I hope you're it. So that's pretty cool. And you're wondering, wow, why does it seem so hard for me to attract that? It's because you haven't developed the confidence yet. People want to follow convicted people that have said, I know where I'm going and I'm convicted about the path I'm on. If you know where you're going and you're convicted about that path and you're lost up in the mountains and someone comes along and says, I know how to get out of here, you will follow that person. Because you don't want to starve to death, because you don't want to get eaten by the mountain lion, because you don't want to get chased by the bear, because you don't want to get consumed by the fire that's raging over the hill right now. You want to get the heck out of Dodge. And so the first person that shows up that is convicted about getting back to safety, that's the person you're going to follow. You've got to be that person for somebody in their life. No wavering, no hesitation. It's a matter of fact thing, and it shows up in your posture, in your confidence, and the words that come out of your mouth. You just simply say, I know how to get there. Got it, Carly?
Got it.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's time to start leading people with restless abandon. It's time to get radical. It's time for there to be a major revival inside of longevity. And you are it. You're the core of this company that's going to take people there. Now, you don't have to use ygYbuilder.com, but quite frankly, if you continue to give excuses that you don't know enough people, or you don't have the gift of gab, or whatever your reason is that you don't have to do something, then one of your solutions is ygYbuilder.com. Okay, you need to go there. There's a Facebook page. It's called ygYbuilder. Go to Facebook and make sure that you are not on the outside looking in or oblivious to this topic. Everybody's talking about it right now inside of longevity. ygYbuilder.com. Go to the Facebook page, ygYbuilder. Make sure you're part of that group, and you will always be tagged and notified as different people are talking and conversing. Now, this is not something that happened overnight. This has been a vision that Juliet and I have had for years, and we've been attempting to figure out how to bring this to the marketplace as it relates to longevity and help people get more exposure. And so this is a great way to do it. Joel mentioned it. People that are tech savvy, they might not be great presenters. They might not be that extroverted personality, but they're phenomenal with technology. And I've watched people that are recluses, that don't know how to get out in public, that don't want to get out in public, that don't want to play that card. I have watched these people be phenomenal through the internet. And they are captivating so many people, it's making heads spin, and they are making lots of money. And I'm not allowed to define the definition of lots, but I want you to picture whatever that definition is in your house. If it's someone rolling around in a bed of cash, if it's somebody that, you know, is able to throw a bucket of money off of a skyscraper, I don't know what the image is for you, but that's what has happened to some people that have that personality. What does it take to play in that space? Not much, really. It just takes you being willing to learn something that is automated that will work for you. It's a contact resource management tool. It's a CRM. It's designed to use automation and technology and tools that are working when you're not working. Here's what we've done. We have developed a series of surveys that will go out and geo-target different regions of this country. So wherever you are, it works for you. But they're geo-targeted surveys that ask people specific questions like, would you like to have a home-based business? Have you ever been in a home-based business? Are you willing to spend $500 to $1,000 to start a home-based business? Would you like to own your time? Are you a single parent? Do you have children? What's your age bracket range? These are the types of questions that are answered. Wouldn't it be nice to just know all that stuff right up front and go and be able to see like a sign on their forehead that said, they want in, they want in, they want in, and then just be able to talk to those people. So those are the surveys that have gone out, and we allow people now to come in and acquire these leads through the YGY Builder program. This is not either or. This is in addition to what Nikki taught. This is in addition to what Joel taught today. This is in addition to what Juliet was describing today. And this is in addition to nutrition and Glenn's talks about nutrition. This is all in addition to. So this is not saying stop what you're doing. Continue to do all the things we've taught and trained. I'm not stopping doing anything I've done to get where we're at. However, I'm not an idiot. And I am just smart enough to know that if everything we know is above land, like you've seen the globe, and you know that 30% is mostly discovered, it's because of what we can see above ground. But there's another 70% of this earth that's covered by water. And a lot of people say, well, that's off limits. That's the unknown. No, we're going to put on scuba gear now, and we're going into the unknown, and we're going to discover 70% more of what we never found out about network marketing. That's the way to think about this. So in addition to that, now you're going to become scuba divers. And we're going to go get wet, we're going to go under the surface, and we're going to discover there's a whole other world there in addition to everything you already know. And if you like to use a fishing example, we're going to get boats, and we're going to go into the 70%, and we're going to throw every line into the water we possibly can with every piece of delicious bait known to everything under the water, and we're going to start capturing that, and it's going to be automated. So when we're capturing these people and these leads that have been identified, they're going, I want to be picked by the right person and the right leader and the right personality and the right company. I hope you're it. That's your chance to do what Joel talked about. What he was describing earlier is real-time leads. So he acquired some real-time leads. And real-time means he didn't say, I want 20 leads, and we went, here's 20 leads. We don't even know who they are because they're real-time. They didn't exist before he acquired the leads. So he made a decision to get those leads, and then this system starts where it's geo-targeting his area, and it's going out in real time, surveying those people, and then we're gathering that information, and then in real time that information is coming back to Joel, and he's going, wow, here's a lady that's 37 years old, stay-at-home mom. She needs to make $7,000 a month, and there's a card, I'm making this stuff up just to make the point, but there's a card that gives a profile on the person. Now he knows he's calling back somebody that within the last 24 hours said, I want to be in a network marketing company. And so when he calls them back, he's not wondering if they are. He's just wondering if they're the right fit, and it's up to him to be good on the phone and to create that relationship so that person says, you sound like a person that I could really get behind and follow. And then he says, great, I'd like for you to take a tour of my company. And so he takes their information, drops them into the contact resource management system, and it instantaneously starts outbound communication. It's all automated. And they get a link that has them take a tour of his company. It's all automated. He's notified that they're taking the tour. He gets notified. So he knows that Jen Smith is taking the tour of his company. And it's asking her, do you have enough information? Would you like to join now? She could say yes, click it, boom, she's in. Or she could say, I need more information, and it would automatically send the next phase of information so that it's giving people just enough of what they need to bring them to the place of commitment. And it gives you a score. The farther they get down through the funnel of information that we provide automated through YGY Builder, it's creating a score. And you can go into your contact resource management system, follow Jen Smith, and Jen Smith will give you a score. And once it hits a certain score, that means that to us, to Joel in this case, they're very knowledgeable at this point. They have plenty of information under their belt. That's a tip to him. It's time to give them back a personal phone call. Wouldn't it be nice to call back somebody that's got all of this stuff under their belt, and rather than having to start at square one and explain everything and take an hour of your time and do all that? This is powerful stuff. I could go on and on and on. I'm giving you one example of how powerful this tool is to work very quickly amongst many people that have been sorted and sifted for you, so that while you're working with your warm market, while you're not ignoring anybody that's standing in front of you, like Nikki likes to talk about, you're not ignoring this. This is everything above ground on the earth. But it's paying attention to everything below ground as well, under the sea. And we're going to harvest all that as well. And we believe you're going to have a net. You're just going to cast your net to the other side, and you're going to have so many fish inside that as a fisher of men that you're going to have tens and hundreds and thousands of people that you'll be able to sift and sort through. Here's what I love thinking about. For me personally, I've got a campaign that's starting this next week, and that campaign will generate probably about 20 leads a day for me. Now, why do I want the leads? I don't need another lead, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them. We're going to take these leads, and we're going to reward great behavior on our team. That's what we're going to do. So for the person who's close to rank advancing, I could say, hey, Carly, I really appreciate how hard you've been working toward that rank advancement, and I like the fact that you hit something or you accomplished this thing that we talked about. I'm going to give you 10 to 20 leads for you to work with because you did that. How would you like that? Isn't that rewarding good behavior? Wouldn't that keep somebody busy who's proven themselves worthy of staying busier? If she wants to get the heck out of Dodge and be home and spend more time with her kids, this would help accelerate that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, these are examples that you can do to where, like me and Juliet, we're going to reward good behavior. We're going to take that, we're going to toss these leads at people to help them get busier where it's deserved. You could do something very similar. Is this making sense, Trish? You asked the question. Do you like the sounds of this?
I do, and I'm wondering, I mean, it sounds like a perfect match with also with the health evaluation system.
Yep.
That's also running.
Right.
I mean, and that's inexpensive monthly advertising
That's right.
that runs itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can take that information and embed it inside of your YGY builder system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you can combine those two. It would be very, very simple to do. I think that would be very smart to do, actually. And you could use that as one of your funnels. Okay? So in closing on that, here's what I'm going to invite all of you to do. Go to ygybuilder.com. Register your account. You have to register an account. Got it? You have to register an account. You have a 7-day free trial on there to play with it, set everything up, and monkey with it, mess with it, get familiar with it, ask a lot of questions. This coming Wednesday, every Wednesday morning, we're going to be doing a 1-hour-long webinar. Every Wednesday. Now, we partnered with, and I invited somebody that I've known for over 20 years that's one of the godfathers in the marketing systems and tools industry for network marketing and lead capture, lead generation, contact resource management systems. I teamed up with this guy. I've known him since like 1997. And we owned a network marketing company back in the late 90s, and we contracted with his company, and we took his system and tool in, and he was our in-house expert all the way back then. His name is Rick. He'll be on these webinars with us on Wednesday mornings, and he, with his wisdom and his knowledge and insight, will be leading us through an overview. You're going to get used to it. You can ask all the questions you want to. You can go in the sidebar chat while he's commenting. All your questions are going to get answered right there. So there will be Q&A, but that's going to start this coming Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. 9 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time every Wednesday morning. And so just convert the time zone if you're not in Mountain Time. That's 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And how do you get information? Like, how would you get on the webinar? you got to go to the Facebook page. So you'll only know how to get on that webinar if you're registered into the group on the Facebook page, and then you'll be notified, and we're going to post what the registration link is, and you have to register for the webinar. There's a link in there to click on. You register and sign up to be on the webinar, and then when the webinar starts, you'll open that link, and voila. It's going to be real time. You're going to see faces, and you're going to be watching an expert's computer screen, and they're going to lead you through. You're brand new to this. Here's how it works. Here's what you need to know. Here's how you make this a success for yourself. Should you choose the mission and you want to be part of that, the fee for YGY Builder is $29.95 per month. If you're saying, wow, that's really an expense, let me invite you to this thought. If you had 20 leads and one of them signed up with a CEO pack, you've made enough from the fast start and the quick start bonus to pay for 6 months of your YGY Builder marketing system in advance, just from your fast start and your quick start bonuses. If you had a 1 out of 20 close on someone getting started from a lead. And obviously that's not the only compensation you receive, because if that person goes out and duplicates and builds a big business, they could be worth $1 million to you over time. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. It's been 5 years. I want to prove this point. No YGY Builder system tool. And Juliet and I have made, I mean, we've proven this and documented this, so I'm not exaggerating. We've gone in and looked at all of our commissions from the moment we got started to now. We've made 7 figures just inside of Youngevity, let alone our network marketing system. We've made 7 figures inside of Youngevity in the last 5 years alone. How awesome is that? Yeah, you can do it too. Why did we do it? Because we decided we could. That's it. We just decided we could do that. And we gave ourselves permission. Let's get you giving yourself permission, like we already talked about, and let's decide that you have to do this and that you're next, and you just give yourself permission to go out and do something similar, and let's have some fun lighting it up and changing some serious lives along the way. Does that help everybody for today?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions about YGY Builder, Leadership Mastery? You gotta go register for Leadership Mastery. And I don't know if there's 5 or 10 or 100 tickets left, but I don't even know if there's any tickets left to the 20-year convention. Whether that sells out or not, don't let Leadership Mastery sell out on you. Get registered, and here's how you want to be thinking. How many people on my team do I have going? You should have a chart up right now. We got less than a month before Leadership Mastery. You should have a chart on your wall, and you should note to self, how many people do I have showing up to that event? If you've already got 10 people coming, you should aim for 20. If you've already got 50 coming, you should aim for 100. Whatever you have now, at least double it. If you've got 2 people coming to Leadership Mastery, get 4, get 10. Set a goal and make that the biggest thing you've got, because I'm going to tell you what, skills-based and teaching-wise, was this good on skills today? Was this good on teaching today?
Yes.
Just imagine this unpacked times 10 at Leadership Mastery. This will be the biggest skills-based training, the most useful knowledge you will have ever gotten to date on how to succeed as a Youngevity network marketing professional. So that's all we got for today. Thank you for being here today. Go out and have a phenomenal weekend and be safe. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.